Hello everyone, MrShinka here, welcoming you in a new video. So today I've decided to make a tutorial about OBS Studio, which is a recording software used to record gameplay and your computer screen. And this is the software I am using currently to record my gameplays. And in this video I will show you how to use the software, and I will also show you the best settings to record at 1080p 60 FPS without any lag and with really high quality. Before we start, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe as it helps me really a lot, and leave a comment below if this video helped you or not. So without any further delay, let's jump right into it. So the first thing to do is obviously to download the software. So I'll be providing a link down in the description so you can download it. After you download the software and you install it and you start it, normally you have something like this. So first off, we will go to Files, Settings, and now you will see something like this. So there will be many tabs: General, Stream, Output until Advanced. The first one will be General. This is your general preferences, so the language, the theme that you want. So normally when you download it, you have this theme, which is the white one. Personally, I don't like it because it really hurts the eyes, especially when you work during the night. So I prefer the dark one. So the language, automatically check for updates when it starts, when start dialog or startup. So this depends on you. So just check one by one and see what fits you or doesn't fit you. So it's not really important. The second tab is Stream. So I will not be covering this because it is a recording tutorial. Third tab is Output, and here will the magic happen. So first of all, when you reach the output, normally you have this on simple, so you change it to advanced. Then you go to recording and keep this one at standard. So this is the first thing to do. So next we have the recording part. So this is where your video is going to be recorded. I highly recommend that you use a separate HDD, so that, or an SSD. If you have an SSD, it's way better because it will make it easier for OBS Studio to transfer the data of the video into the file that you've chosen. But if you have an HDD, it also works. Just be sure that you have enough space. If you have an HDD or even an SSD that has only like 10 gigabytes or 20 gigabytes, don't use it because it will create problems while it is recording. So OBS Studio will use a lot of resources, so your computer resources, to transfer the data in like accordingly. So be sure to have enough space in your HDD or SSD so it won't create problems and it won't create lags while you are recording. Next one, the recording format. Obviously you want to go for MP4 because it's a universal format and you can use it on everything, on every device, on every software, so go for MP4. Next we have audio track. So audio track basically means how many audio tracks do you want to have while recording your video. So personally I am using 3 audio tracks because I'm separating my microphone, my in-game audio, and my Discord, TeamSpeak and Skype. They are not on the same track, so later on when I edit it on my software, it makes it easier for me because they will be separate and I can control them. So this one depends on preferences. You can have until 6 tracks, but if you want just to record your gameplay and your microphone, just go for 2 tracks and no problem. Next one we have the encoder. So here is where it varies from one user to another. So if you have an NVIDIA graphic card like I do, you will have the NVEC H264. This is the best encoder for NVIDIA graphic cards. If you have an AMD graphic card, you have another one. I forgot the name. It's not the X. You will have this X264, and you have another one which is specific for AMD. So you go for that one, not the X264. If you have an NVIDIA, you go for NVEC. If you have an NVIDIA graphic card and you don't have the NVEC H264, it means that it's because of 2 reasons. First reason is that your graphic card is really old and it does not support this feature of NVEC. The second one is that maybe your graphic card's drivers are outdated, so go update them, and normally you should see this. Next one is rescale output. You just keep it as it is. Don't use that. Custom, you leave it as it is. So next one we have the rate control. And here the magic happens, because here you decide on the quality of your video and on the file size. If you want a big file size, a small one, if you want a good quality or a bad one or a medium one. So this is where the magic happens. First one, you have constant bitrate. Here you can set the value. If you have a really bad PC, if you have a really bad PC and it cannot handle really like a lot of stress, you can go on a value of 10,000. But the quality will be really not that good. But if you have a bad PC, you don't have another option. If you have a medium PC, you can go until 35,000. 35,000 is also a decent quality. If you have a good PC, you can go on 50,000. So this depends on your PC, this depends on your preferences. In here you can like play with it and see what fits you, what fits your recording, and what fits your preferences on the file size. Personally, I do not use the constant bitrate, I use the CQP, which means constant quality preset. So this basically means that the recording or the rate control will not focus on the bitrate, but it will focus on the quality. So what this means is that the CQP will keep the same quality for your video. So let's say you are playing Overwatch and you start the game and you are just at the start screen, so where you can select if you want to start the game or something. If you use the CQP and you record only the start screen, even if you record for 1 hour, you will see that the file size will be really small, because right now OBS Studio is recording like a constant image. It does not require a lot of bitrates. But if you go inside the game, the quality will be different and there will be a lot of graphism going around. So CQP will boost the bitrate to match the quality, so you get the same quality. If you go somewhere where there is a lot of fights, a lot of graphism, like there is fog, rain, and a lot of shooting and everything, the CQP will also boost the bitrate so that you keep getting the same constant quality. Whereas when you use the constant bitrate, it will keep at the same level of bitrate. So if you record the start screen of Overwatch, where you just have a constant image, and you record at let's say 50,000, your file size will be big, because it is recording at 50,000. It won't go up, it won't go down. Whereas on the CQP, it adapts on your recording, it adapts on the game, and it adapts on the graphic. So for CQP, I go on a value of 18. So the higher the value, the lower the quality. The lower the value, the higher the quality. The three numbers that you can use are 14 or 16 or 18. This is why I personally recommend, because going more like lower than 14 is just a waste. You will just get bigger file size with nearly the same quality. With CQP 18, personally I really like the quality. It's nearly lossless. So the file size are kinda good. So for a 30 minutes recording, normally I have around 20 gigabytes, which is kinda good for 30 minutes recording. Especially it's nearly lossless. But if you go, let's say, for CQP 14, the file size will be bigger, but it will be crisper. So it will, like, the details will be really good. You can try CQP 1, but you will see it's not a big difference, and the file size will be huge. So it can go until maybe 60 gigabyte or even 100 gigabytes. So it depends on you. Personally, I use CQP 18. If you've seen my YouTube videos, you will see the quality is really good, even though YouTube lowers my video quality and still it stays good. So I recommend that you use 18, or you just go for constant bitrate, 50,000 or 35,000 or 10,000, depending on your PC and preferences. So keyframe interval, you keep it at 0. Preset, default. Profile, you go on high, because we are recording at high definition. If you are not recording at high definition, you can go on main. So it does not really impact your recording, but it adds something. Level auto, use 2-pass encoding. GPU 0, B-frames 2. Next one, we have the audio. So here you have the sample rate. You can choose between 44 or 48 kilohertz. Personally, I use 48 because it gives the best quality. However, in here you gotta be careful, because if in OBS Studio you set it at 48 kilohertz, but your PC, so your in-game audio, your webcam, your microphone are at 44 kilohertz or maybe lower, I don't know. So they are not at 48 kilohertz. This may create problems while recording the video, and later on when you upload it to your video editor, it may create problems and you have some delay. So there will be a delay between the audio and the image, and sometimes it can be really annoying. Sometimes it's just 1 second, sometimes it can be till 10 seconds. So be sure that you have the same sample rate. It can be easily checked. So you go here, you go to your audio, you go to sound, and let's say you go to your microphone properties, statistics, and you have this. So you can choose from 48, 90, and so on. So be sure that everything is set up at 48 or 44 depending on what you want, and everything is set up together so that later on there won't be conflict between OBS Studio and your devices. Next one we have channels. Obviously you want a stereo, and here is the devices that you are using to record. So personally, as I said, I have 3 devices, so 3 audio tracks. So for the audio desktop audio device, this is for my gameplay, so Windows and everything. Desktop audio device 2, this is for Skype, Discord, and TeamSpeak. And this is my microphone. As I said, you can have till 6 tracks, so it depends on what you want to use. It depends on preferences. And that's it. So this one you leave it as it is. Next we have video and base resolution. Here you should use the resolution of your screen. So if your screen is 1080p, you use 1080p. Here the output scale resolution. So this is the resolution you want to record on. So let's say your game is at 1080p, your screen is at 1080p, but you want to record at 720p. So here you just change it, put it at 720p, and it will record as 720p. You want to record at lower resolution, you can. On higher, I think you cannot. Yes, you can't record at a higher resolution than your computer monitor resolution. Downscale, use Lanczos because this is the best downscale filter for when you are downscaling. If the video looks a bit too sharp for you, you can use the 2 others. They also look good, but personally I like the Lanczos. And for FPS value, you go on 60 FPS if you want to record at 60 FPS, and you go at 30 FPS if you want to record at 30 FPS. Next we have the hotkeys. This depends on you. Personally I just use F9 to start and stop my recording. For streamers, they have a lot of options, so to change the transitions, like if you ever wondered how streamers can like click on a button and it changes from one scene to another, this is how they do it. They have a hotkey set up for it and they do it. So if you are recording, I'm sure you're just gonna use like start recording and stop recording, that's all. Advanced, you leave it as it is, you hit apply, you hit OK, and you're done. So now you have this screen, OBS Studio. So how are we going to record anything? So first off, in here you have the scenes. So here the scenes means that what you want to record. So let's say you want to record League of Legends. So either you right click here on the black thing and you click on add and you name it, or you just click on plus. So let's name this League of Legends, or let's name this Overwatch. So now you have, let's say, Overwatch. You want to record League of Legends, you click on plus, League of Legends, you name it as you like, LOL or League of Legends, up to you. So now you want to actually record Overwatch. So first off, let me start Overwatch. So I've just started Overwatch, so as you can see, where is it? So here. So Overwatch is running, no problem. So we tab out. So now how are we going to record Overwatch? Pretty easy. Now you go to sources. On sources, either right click add or click on the plus and you will have here different sources. So either you want to add your webcam, either you want to add an audio source, or like external audio device. It depends on you. You want to add text, you want to add an image, you want to add a video, it's up to you. So this you can, I will show you some stuff, but here you can just like check it by yourself and see what you want to add, what you want to do. So it's pretty easy, don't worry about it. So as I said, we want to add Overwatch, we want to record Overwatch. So you go to game capture, okay, and you click on capture specific window and you select Overwatch, click OK, and you have your Overwatch without any problem. You start recording and it won't create any problem. The problem is when you want to record League of Legends. That's where it can get tricky. So let's close Overwatch and let's start League of Legends. So as you can see, I started League of Legends. So now I want to record League of Legends. So we go to League of Legends here, add source, game capture, capture a game, blah blah, capture specific window, and we make League of Legends client. Okay, here it will not show up. I don't know if it is only for League of Legends, or maybe there are other games like this, but for League of Legends, to record your client and to record your gameplay, you need 2 sources. The reason why is that because this client will stay up. Even when you start your game, it will stay up. So you will have, when you start League of Legends and you are in-game, you have two windows. You have this client and you have your in-game. So that's why you need to add a window capture. So you click OK, and you see straight on it gives you League of Legends. So here you are recording the client, and you can adjust it here as you like. You can put it here in the center, you can make it bigger, so it depends on you. So let's say we fit it so here. So you have your client, but how are you going to record your gameplay? So easy. Let me log in my account. So I am in game right now. So as you can see, the window capture stopped on the client because now you have your client. So if now you click here, so you click here, it will change to the client and you will see the client. So that's why I told you in League of Legends it's different, because you will have two windows, the client alone and the gameplay here. So how you're gonna record the gameplay? So you have this game capture, you double click on it, and you choose the League of Legends TM client. Okay. You're still gonna tell me, but it's black. Easy. You click on the game, you tab out again, and you have it. But here, you just have the image. It does not move. So, as you can see, nothing is moving. So, you just have the constant image. How do you change that? Pretty easy also. You go in-game, you go to your videos, and you make it on borderless. And like this, you can see it moving. So, if I move this to here, it will move. So if you want to like record and be able to see it, or if you tab a lot, so you are making a full gameplay and you tab a lot from out of the game, make it borderless, because if you tab out, the screen will, it's like your screen freezes. You will just have the image not moving. So put it on borderless and you won't have any problem. So this is for the League of Legends recording. I think this is the only game that has this kind of thingy that you need to have two devices. But the other games like Overwatch, POG don't have this kind of problem, so don't worry about it. So that's it on how to record. Here you have the mixer, so you have your microphone, your desktop, so the devices that you put in your audio will appear here, so you can mute them, lower the audio, increase the audio. Here you can add like filters to lower the audio or to make it sound crisper, so you don't have this of your microphone if your microphone audio is really bad. So in here it depends on your own preferences, so I highly recommend that you explore it by yourself and you learn by yourself because it's pretty easy. So here we click on advanced audio, and when you click on advanced audio you will see this. What is this? So in here you will choose on which track do you want your audio to be set on. So let's say you want your microphone to be on the first track. You put it on first track. You want your gameplay to be on the second track. You put it on second track. Here, you gotta be really careful, because if you make the mistake of putting like microphone on track 1, track 2, and let's say track 3, you don't notice it like you did it. When you are recording, the audio of your microphone will be recorded on the 3 tracks. So your gameplay, your Discord and everything audio, and your microphone. So it's like you did nothing because you can't control it. So here you gotta be careful. You gotta choose on which track you wanna record your microphone or your gameplay, and which track you don't want it to be. So here, for me, it's on track 1, gameplay is on track 2, or the rest of the audio is on track 3. So you gotta be careful here. Well, how to add an image? Add image, okay. Browse, and you add any image you want. So let's say, I don't know, document, I don't know, let's go to YouTube project. Let's say I want to put my logo. You click logo, okay, and you have it. You want to decrease it, here you do that like this, you decrease it without any problem, and everything. You want to add flames, you do whatever you want. You want to add text, you want to add for League of Legends the overlay, like for my Road to Diamond I have this platinum overlay. That's how you do it. But personally I don't put it in here, because in here it will be recorded on the video, so you cannot move it or take it off. I put it on my video editor, sorry, to make it easier. And well, I guess that's it for OBS Studio. It's really powerful software, really easy, and I really highly recommend that you use it for your streaming and for your gameplay recording, because it's a great software and it is free to use. So what to ask more? So that's it for this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more content, and tell me in the comments down below whether you liked this video or not, whether it was helpful for you, if I managed to help you with your setting up your OBS studio or not. And that's it. Thanks guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.